This video is going to show you how to run your interactive presentation in front of your students. Now your first step, if you're using clickers, is going to be to plug in your receiver. Now your campus may already have this plugged in for you, so just launch the software. Next, I like to double check my receiver channel number and communicate that to my students. Now's the time you'll also sign into Responseware if you're using that. So in the upper right corner, click to connect under Responseware. You can choose a random or a reserved session ID, and then just hit Start Session. And then just make sure your students know that session ID to join your session. You can also choose to select a participant list in the upper left corner. You would choose this if you want to track individual results. Now again, depending on your campus, you may or may not see your list here. You can also just select Auto, which is the default, and match up those results to your students later. Now we're going to head into PowerPoint polling. From here, just go ahead and open up the presentation that you're ready to run. The last step before you run your slideshow is to reset the session. This will clear out any old Turning Point data that's a part of your slideshow. So from that Turning Point toolbar over to the right, we're going to select the Reset button and then Session. There we go. You're ready to run your slideshow. Be sure to run your slideshow from the Turning Point toolbar. So over here all the way to the right, we're going to choose the Start Slideshow button. Now you'll just run through your presentation however you typically do, using the arrow keys, the space bar, or the Enter key. Once you land on a Turning Point slide, you'll select the Play button on the show bar to open polling for your students. Now I just have a few clickers in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and submit some responses. Notice also on the right of that show bar, you'll see the number of students that have answered the question. When you're ready to close the polling, simply hit the Stop button on that show bar. That's going to display the results and the correct answer for you. Now you just continue the same process for all of your Turning Point slides, opening and closing the polling, and of course your PowerPoint slides. Once your presentation is over, you can save the results from your students. To do this, from the toolbar, select the Save button and then Save Session. By default, these session results are going to save into the software that you're using. So you'll want to make sure you save these to a location where you'll always have access to them. I'm going to go ahead and save these results to my flash drive because I know that I'll have my flash drive back in my office. You can rename the session file if you want to. Hit Save. When you go ahead and close the PowerPoint, it's going to bring you right back to that Turning Point dashboard. Of course, let us know if you have any questions running your presentations.